I always thought that I didn't like horror movies. In recent times, these movies have helped, but there's still hundreds of films from the past decade that don't really make up for it. Honestly, it's becoming harder and harder to differentiate any horror movie. I'm not talking about The Shining or The Exorcist or The Thing. These movies are more than 30 years old now. I'm talking about the state of the genre now. You see, I was born in 2001, so when I went to the movies, we had things like Insidious, Sinister, Paranormal Activity, The Conjuring, which in my opinion are all the same shit movies. Wait, what? Wait, hold on a second. That thing is this? Let's just do a little breakdown of films for a sec. Film is a form of art that is used to make people react a certain way. Action films, excitement, romantic films, love, comedies, laughter. These are all pretty common emotions we feel throughout our lives, right? But horror movies are meant to create fear. And fear is such a weirdly specific emotion. Most people don't really experience fear. We do sometimes, but not most of the time. Like if you get a random text from your mom that ends with a period, that's real fear. But nobody wakes up and gets a text like that every morning. So to some extent, I can understand why it would be really difficult to make a good horror movie. Fear is a very specific and hard emotion to make people feel. But that doesn't excuse shit like this. Oh, come on! That's just ear rape! Oh, I'm sorry. Was our movie not scary enough for you? Let me just make it really fucking loud! Anyone that frequently watches movies knows that the horror movie genre is a shitfest. The horror genre is like that one kid who keeps trying out for the track and field team every year, and all the other genres feel bad so they let him have a go at it thinking, oh well, if he keeps trying, who knows, maybe he'll make it this time. Nope. The coach says ready, set, go. The horror movie kid trips, falls, and then shits himself. It's only been in recent times now that movies like Get Out, Hereditary, and Midsommar are actually starting to raise our expectations. But that hasn't stopped the fact that we're still gonna get a Conjuring 3, 4, 5, and an Annabelle 23. As a matter of fact, these movies have made me come to a realization. Most horror movies follow a format that doesn't even work. Remember when jump scares used to be good? Yeah, me neither. I think it all started when those YouTube videos of pop-up scares became popular. The ones where something irrelevant's happening and then some girl with white makeup comes on the screen and yells at you. Directors must have thought this was genius and decided that they can milk this for 2 hours. Jump scares have just honestly become an overused joke at this point. We always know exactly what to expect. They'll start playing a squeaky violin, the character turns around, the camera zooms in, the music stops, and then really loud noise! Like what is that? It doesn't make us scared of the movie. All you did was hurt my ears. Of course that would startle me. It just caused physical pain. It's just cheating. Imagine if you had a staring contest with your friend and midway he decided to slap you. What the fuck was that for? Well, you blinked, so therefore I win. No, you just fucking slapped me. A movie that offers nothing more than jump scares is not a good movie. And to be honest, we don't even need them. Just take a look at Hereditary, for example. There's not a single jump scare in this movie. Just take a look at this scene. No, shut up. Shut up. Stop what you're doing and look at this scene. Mind you, when I watched this scene, I turned off all the lights, I shut the windows, and blasted the volume on the TV. And I'm gonna be honest, I shit myself. I literally shit myself. This is what I expect when I watch horror movies. I want to genuinely feel scared and uncomfortable. You don't need to harass my ears. Fear can come from personal experience. Like those times where we would have to walk downstairs in the middle of the night and then we get paranoid about stuff like this happening. No audio, no pop-up scare, just genuine fear.
At the end.
Directors need to realize that people fear the things that they find uncomfortable. We're uncomfortable with the things we don't understand. so keep it that way. Don't explain every single little detail about your story.
Well, you see, Annabelle is this doll, and the doll is from an antique store, and the antique store is from the 1970s, but this doll possesses spirits, and the spirit's name is Janet, and Janet's this witch from the medieval—
I don't care. I just don't care. Stop explaining everything. Stop trying to put logic into this. There is none. There is no logic. The witch does an amazing job of this. Do I know who this witch is? No. Do I know where she's from? No. Do I know why she eats children? No. Do I know when she's coming? No. Could I potentially look this up if I actually gave a shit? Sure, but don't explain it for 30 minutes in the actual movie. Just leave it as a mystery. It's so much better that way. I don't want to know what's going on or why anything is happening. I'm scared shitless and I would like to stay that way. There's simply just nothing else left to show or explain. What you don't know is what you're not supposed to know. So just leave it. Oh boy, that sure is scary. I wonder what he looks like under the mask. No, stop. Don't actually show me. Fucking great. Now, I can agree that nobody really watches horror movies to have a transcending experience from the storytelling. That's one thing that we don't really need to hold such a high standard for. But honestly, when the story puts in the most nonsensical plot holes, it becomes distracting really quickly. Take this scene from The Babadook, for example. The story goes like this. There's a mother who thinks there's a stalker that's following her family. There is a book. The book showed clear images of her family being murdered. She threw the book away. Now the book is back on her front doorstep. You might be asking, "Ooh, why doesn't she call the cops?" So she does. She goes to the police station, and this is how it goes down.
Can we have a look at the book, please?
I burnt it.
You burnt it.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it.
What? What exactly would you do if you had the book? Why would you have to have the book? How does the book have anything to do with finding this criminal? So you're telling me that this woman who is about to be murdered can't get help from the police because she doesn't have possession of a children's book that included pictures of her and her son being stabbed? What? So now for the rest of the movie, I'm gonna think to myself that she can't get help from anyone because she didn't have a fucking book. The Babadook, a good movie, but stuff like this can take me out of the story. It's definitely not the only film that falls short of this. Oh, there's a noise downstairs? Let's go down there and cause this movie. Oh boy, I wonder who this mysterious jigsaw guy is. Wait. What? I can let some things go over my head, that's fine. But you can't let it be dependent of the story, cause then it just takes us out of the movie. So yeah, I thought I didn't like horror movies, but does that mean I like them now? I don't know. What I do know is that you should definitely subscribe if you enjoyed watching this. Anyways, thanks for watching.